What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Slackers, bringing you guys our next matchup in the Everyone Is Here tournament. So if you haven't seen it, simple stuff, 100 characters, put it into a tournament. Each day on the channel, I upload one of the matches from the tournament. I'll talk about the two characters, go over some facts, maybe a mini moveset pool for how they could potentially play. And then we'll vote between one of the two characters down in the comments section. But voting is a part of, well, the rule set, so we're just going to show you all the rules on screen right about now. And there you go. You can see them all on screen, so I'll run down the rules real quick. Very simple, straightforward stuff. This tournament is for fun, and keep that in mind. It essentially means vote for who you personally want between the two characters that are in the match for the day. Not who's necessarily more likely, but who would you prefer out of those two? That's how I want you to vote. Also, remember, though, you only do get one vote per person. You are allowed to vote for both characters, however, down in the comments by simply typing the word both if you really like both the characters in the matchup, or if you're having a difficult time deciding who to vote for, you are allowed to vote for both, but remember, only one vote per person. The rest of the rules, though, double elimination tournament, meaning a character has to lose 2 times before being officially eliminated. And then once we get to the results, to determine the winner and loser of the matchup, if there happens to be a tie in the voting, we're just going to flip a coin on camera. It's the fairest way to break any ties. And then each matchup voting-wise only lasts for just 1 week. So you get 7 days to get your votes in. If they come in after that, they simply don't count. Rules are straightforward, as you can see. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to head straight forward into the rest of the video. Alright, so we're back, and we got to go over the results from last week, which was, another loser bracket matchup. It was Monokuma, and his opponent was Captain Syrup from the Wario series, and this one is kind of close, but ultimately, oh, I thought it was right there. There it is. Monokuma ended up winning this one, 26 votes to just 18. So Monokuma advances for at least one more matchup, because again, you're in the loser bracket. That means you already have one loss. If you get a second one, you're done. So that means Captain Syrup just picked up her second loss, so she's done from the tournament. Adios. Hey, everybody except one character ultimately gets eliminated, so yeah, don't feel too bad. But yeah, congrats. Monokuma moves on. That's what we're going to do as well. So we'll go to the matchup today. We got a... I don't know how to put this one into words. We got... well, it's an all-female matchup, so that's kind of cool. That's still a thing people want to see, and for Smash Bros. In the DLC, you know, like, when you break it down by categories, female is still something, like, we still didn't actually get, like, a fully, like, a legit, just straight female. We didn't get any female. Yeah, sure, Byleth is whatever avatar you wanted to choose, but no, like, how about a solo female-only kind of character, something like that. We don't have that, so maybe today... one of these two characters could end up being one of those characters. You never know. But it is 2B from the Nier Automata series, and she's got an interesting background about her, but we could talk about her a little bit. And then Reimu from the Toho project, I think, whatever. Yeah, that's the matchup. So I'm interested to get into this. So let's start with 2B. Now 2B is... her stock over the past, I'd say, year or so has kind of really been rising in gaming. The Nier Automata game was very phenomenal, very well made game. So many people just thoroughly enjoyed the game that she came from, which was awesome. And what I meant by, like, her stock was kind of rising, she ended up becoming a playable guest character in Soul Calibur. Yes, she's crossed over into a fighting game, so crossing over into Smash Bros., that ain't difficult. She's got moveset potential. She's got the name. She's got the look that people will go, okay, I think I recognize her from somewhere. You know, if you're just kind of maybe a casual fan. And, like, that's always a big point. I know Nintendo said that the character has to be fun more than being recognizable. It's, you know, and it still helps casual people if you can at least go, okay, I might have seen, you know, that character somewhere before. If I've seen him, I might have a better chance on, you know, purchasing the character. If you don't buy the entire fighter pass, if you're just going to buy individual fighter packs, then maybe that's what you do, and you just got to take a chance. But so 2B again, let's go moveset here real quick. Moveset, let's see. Okay, neutral special. I think this one will be kind of interesting. She has like this. It's like a pod blazer. I think it's a pod blazer. Basically, it's like this little thing that would come out and it just fires off a laser beam. Just simple stuff. But it could be one of those neutral specials where you could press and hold it, and the laser will charge up, and obviously the longer you hold it, the bigger the laser beam is going to be, and the more damage it will create if it impacts your opponent. But I think a fun little mechanic you could do with this, once you press and hold, or once you press B, you can, I guess it would have to work more for if you charge it. So if you press and hold B, I think the laser pod would actually just kind of like stay where she kind of like summons it out, and then she can go ahead and run around. But as long as you have your finger on the neutral button, you could run around, and maybe obviously you're gonna have to let go of B to do some other attacks. But you could use it into comboing, or you could use it into kind of like baiting an opponent. Like, hey, I got the laser charging up back there. You better watch out for this. Meanwhile, here comes 2B running at you, and you're like, oh crap, which one am I gonna try to have to defend here? So it could be an interesting setup or a bait kind of move. So that'd be kind of cool. She does have her sword, her blade. You're probably going to use that quite a bit in her moveset. Side special, I imagine something along the lines of like a dashing sword slash. So like she kind of think of, how like Sheik's up B, kind of like the smoke and poof, and then you appear somewhere else. I kind of envision that in a way for 2B. She's here, use the move, and then she poof, just to the side, a few feet, whatever the distance might end up being, and boom, quick sword slash. That could be a side special. That could be pretty interesting. Another thing that I talked about this last time, she has this ability where she can kind of like turn into like, it's like 3 versions of herself, so it's like 2B, or 3 2Bs. 3 2Bs. Basically, if you could use it as a like a down special, it's kind of like a counter type of move, but you could be able to control where it goes. That's where the 3 2Bs would come into effect. So you use the move, and you would have to get hit by the move, obviously, for the counter type effect to work. So once you get hit, then you have like a 2B to the left, maybe up, and then to the right, and you gotta get the input really quickly. So use the counter, you get hit, and you want to go to the right, boom, you're going to go to the right. And the odds are maybe you could, just appear on the other side of your opponent, and then go in, after attacking them. You want to appear above them, whatever it might be. It could be an interesting sort of, if you want to say, like, kind of a mind game. Like, all right, you're going to hit me with a move? Come on, I'm just going to appear somewhere else. I'm going to trick you into, again, that could be another bait type of move. But just a few things I think of. Again, other sword attacks, probably leg kicks, something like that. There's a lot you can do with the swords, obviously. So 2B, I think there's some good potential there. And again, she's been in Soul Calibur's a guest fighting character, so she's got moveset potential already. So I like what she can bring to the table. And we'll see what ends up happening. But let's talk about her opponent here real quick. Reimu from the Toho project. Toho? Yeah. I believe that's how you officially pronounce that. But you see the yin-yang symbol, and I believe she's supposed to have 2 of these. And they would kind of like float around kind of by her shoulders. And I'm going to just jump straight into the moveset here. So, actually, before I do that, real quick, I'm hoping or just wondering, is the Reimu, the fans going to show up again? Because I briefly mentioned this at the very end of yesterday's video. Her first matchup in the tournament was against Heavy Weapons guy. She had like over 120 votes in one match. For this tournament, if your name's not Shantae, that's absolutely insane. So she ended up losing because Heavy obviously got more votes. But 120 votes, fan base showed up. Big time. Her next matchup, 48 votes. 48 is still pretty good. That wins the majority of these matches. But what's with the huge decrease? Like, I don't know. I'm just curious to see if the fan base shows up again. So if they do, shout out to you guys. But anyway, Reimu. So this yin yang thing. I believe I think she's supposed to have 2 of these, and they kind of like float around her shoulders. And I think that would make for a tremendous kind of an air sort of game. And the yin yangs aren't just like these orbs that are just kind of there. Obviously, you can use them for, like, if you want to do, like, a little twirl in the air for neutral attack, the orbs are going to be there and do a little bit of extra damage. I believe the orbs can also shoot out some kind of, is it like bullets or energy shots or something like that. So you can use it like that. I think she can actually even use like the orbs. She can like send one off, kind of like a pinball, like a ricochet type effect. So you send one off, hit an opponent, it's going to come right back. Or maybe you could be even be able to have the ability to kind of control the direction. Maybe not full control, but just tilt the stick, diagonal up. The orb's going to go that way. Diagonal down, orb's going to go that way. So you have a little bit of control on the direction it goes at first, but that's probably as much as you get. But she does have other magic attacks as well. One thing that I was kind of reading that kind of interested me, and it would be like the way it was described, it could work like as a down special. So she has like this bomb card, and she could end up using this bomb card. And I think the way it was kind of described was actually kind of a neat idea. She could only have like a limited number of bombs per stock, similar to Banjo, but as long as she can stay alive, the bombs are going to replenish. It's going to be slow, but you'll be able to replenish. So the idea of the bomb, it would have like different aspects to kind of like what you could do. One, it could just be a bomb and explode. Two, the person was saying something along the lines of the bomb would be able to kind of like absorb any projectiles that come in towards it. So it's kind of like it nullifies any projectiles. King K. Rool's crown, Samus's charge shot, Link's arrows, stuff like that. Mario's fireballs. It just kind of nullifies, it comes at it and nothing happens. It's just there, whatever. And it's kind of like, okay, that could be interesting. Just something that, again, we do have stuff that's kind of like that, with Ness or Palutena, stuff that might reflect or absorb it, but it's kind of a cool idea. I think there's something else I was going to say about the bomb, but I can't quite remember. But, moveset potential, I know people have put it in the comments before. People know a lot more about this character than I do. I just kind of read about the character that I don't know too much, and then just kind of jot down a few notes, and then just kind of relate to you guys. But I think there's good potential here for moveset. I believe she's also an indie character, isn't she? And if she is, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure she is the way that Nintendo's kind of been going about, indies so far with Smash Ultimate DLC. Maybe the Mii costume's her best bet for to get in Smash Bros. At this point. Maybe a random Spirit event for the Toho project. I don't know. Personally, though, I mean, even after reading about it and kind of getting an idea of how she could potentially play, this was still a character I've never heard of, and it's nothing that makes me go, wow, I think I need to see that in Smash Bros. So, for me, my vote, simple on this one, I'm going 2B. Yeah, there you go. I'm going 2B. She's got my vote in this one. I think I just might enjoy the playstyle a little bit better. So, she's got my vote. So let me know who you guys are voting for down in the comments. 2B or Reimu or both. All are great options. Anyway, that is it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed. Little sneak peek for tomorrow. Tomorrow's matchup. Oh, tomorrow's a good matchup, actually. Okay. We have Doomslayer, who was kind of just very recently disconfirmed. We can talk about that tomorrow, though. But Doomslayer's opponent, Captain Toad, is back, so another Nintendo rep, maybe. I think there's going to be another Nintendo rep in the Fighter Pass 2. I think there's a good chance. Maybe it is Captain Toad. I don't know. You don't know. We don't know. Nintendo knows. Sakurai probably knows. He has to know, right? But, that's the matchup tomorrow. And then the results. Where's the results? The results for tomorrow's matchup is going to be from Tracer, who is taking on Nightmare from Soul Calibur. So that is it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed as always. Hopefully we catch you on the next one. Peace out, everybody.